Hello, Mr. Martino here from your favorite teacher. Today we're going to look at prime factors of a number, and we're going to show how we get the prime factors of a number. We're going to use what we call factor trees. So in this example, I'm going to use 600 and I'm going to get the prime factors of 600. To get the prime factors, we choose two numbers that multiply to give 600. Any two numbers would do. So in this case, I'm going to choose 30 and 20, and I'm going to have two branches as the example shows, and I'm going to write 30 and 20 below 600. I now check to see if any of those two numbers is a prime number. We should know what prime numbers are, so I always check on this step, do I have any prime numbers? None of them are prime numbers, so I then repeat that step. So let's do two more branches on 30, and I choose 6 and 5. You can choose any two numbers. In this case, 5 is a prime number, so when we get a prime number, we circle it. We then continue the process again. So two numbers that multiply to give 6, 2 and 3, both are prime numbers, so we circle those two prime numbers. We then continue now on the next number, which is 20. 20 is 4 times 5. 5 is a prime number, so I circle 5. 4 is 2 times 2, so both are prime numbers, so I circle those two prime numbers. We now have our prime factors of 600, which are all the circle numbers, and we multiply those circle numbers to give 600. So the prime factors of 600 are 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5 times 5. Another way to write it is 600 is 2 cubed times 3 times 5 squared. Let's look at another example. Let's choose 1400 this time. So 1400, we choose two numbers that multiply to give 1400. I've chosen 20 and 70. I check to see if any are prime numbers. They are not, so I continue the process. 20, two numbers, so 4 times 5 gives me 20. I can circle the 5. When I circle it, I continue now on the next branch. So two numbers to give 4 has to be 2 times 2. I circle those two numbers. We've circled all the numbers on the left side, so we now go across onto the right. So any two numbers that will multiply to give 70, in this case, I choose 10 and 7. 7 is a prime number, so I circle it. I continue now with 10. Two numbers, 2 and 5. Both are prime numbers, so I circle those two numbers. So now we have the prime factors of 1400. And we can write those prime factors 1400 like this: 2 times 2 times 2 times 5 times 5 times 7. Or we can simplify it and say 1400 is 2 cubed times 5 squared times 7. Now you can try doing your prime factors with these numbers. This video can be stopped for between 7 and 10 minutes, depending on how long it takes. And you can choose the red numbers. Those are the simpler ones to do. If you're still not sure what you need to do, you can choose the amber numbers. Those are a little bit harder. And you can choose the green ones if you are confident in what you need to do for prime factors. When you've finished, you can then get the answers, and we'll go to the answers now. If you don't want the answers, you can keep it paused. The answers to the red, amber, and green numbers are there for you to check yours against. Hope this was helpful. This is Mr. Martineau from Your Favorite Teacher.